Hi, I'm Max. I'm the creator behind Eat the Rich Art. I use he, him, and they, them pronouns, and I am here to show you what I've been making yet again because it's Monday. So here's what I made last week. So I've been mostly focusing on my Pride Market prep again. I have a few things to show you that aren't for that, but we'll save them to the end. We'll get all of the Pride stuff out of the way first, and then I'll show you the other few things I have been making, because I've been using some new yarns, I've been trying some new patterns, and I'm really happy about those things. So to get started, all of the as Janet and Maddie from Granny by Nature Crochet would say, all of the old friends. So we started off the week finishing the keychain prep. Honestly, it's been such a long week that I forgot I still hadn't finished the keychains at the start of last week. I feel like I'm so far into the market prep now, but that's fine. So we have 2 asexual bees, because I'd done the asexual whales the week before, and then the final flag I had to finish keychains of was the aromantic flag. So we have 2 aromantic bees and 2 aromantic whales. So the ace bee is lilac, white, silver and black in Yarn Smith Chenille Chunky. The arrow flags, both of them, the bees and the whales, are apple green, celery, white, silver and black in Yarn Smith Chenille Chunky. And that took, so the bees, the ace bees took pretty much 2 grams of every colour except silver. So it was 2 grams black, white and lilac and 1 gram of the silver, so that was 7 grams each. Then I've lost a whale, there it is. The arrow whales was the same deal, so it was 2 grams of black, 2 grams of white, and then 1 gram each of the 2 greens and silver for 7 grams in total. So that was a solid 28 grams of yarn used at the start of the week on keychains. Oh, plus the bees, that was 1 gram of each colour, so 5 grams each. So we're using yarns up. Not finishing balls a lot this week, though to be fair, actually I think we have, but all in all, lots of yarn used, just not a lot of balls finished. So that was the keychains. They were done on Monday, so I got all of those done on Monday, and that's where I left it for the day because I didn't want to push my hands too far. Then on Tuesday I've been doing a lot of protecting my hands in the past couple of weeks, so I've been like finishing books that I was reading and stuff to take a break from crocheting, but I've still got stuff done every day, which is nice. So Tuesday was 2 Beans the Frogs, that one's upside down, in the lesbian flag colours. So this is carrot, tangerine, white, baby pink and candy floss in Yarn Smith Chenille Chunky for 2 frogs. So that was 5 grams of white, 2 grams tangerine, 2 grams carrot, 3 grams baby pink and 2 grams of candy floss per frog for a total of 14 grams, which is nice. I did work it out that for Yarn Smith Chenille Chunky it's £3 a ball. It's £2.90, but £3 is easier to work out. So that's 3 pence a gram, which means that materials wise these guys take me about 45p in yarn. Then each pair of eyes is about 8 pence because I get them in bulk, and then the stuffing is also about 10p, so they're taking me less than £1 of materials to make, and I can charge £8 for them, so I'm making good money off them, which is nice. But yeah, that's the frogs, and that's the Girl Who Knots pattern. I freehanded the keychains, forgot to say that, so that is my own. I just make them because I know vaguely what shape I need to do, so that's what I do. And yeah, the frogs is the Girl Who Knots Beans the Frog pattern. It's free on Instagram, and it will be linked in the Google spreadsheet that's in the description. That was those. That was Tuesday. Then after those I took a break. My life's been very busy as well at the minute, so it helps that I'm just doing little bits and bobs here and there rather than forcing myself to make like 3 huge brushes a day. But yeah, then the next thing I made was on Wednesday. I made 3 axolotls. So I'm very solidly into the lesbian flag prep currently, and then moving on to the bi flag this week. So that's the way I'm doing it at the moment, just to make sure that I'm ahead on the videos, because I have a lot of things in June that will mean that I can't crochet certain days. So I won't necessarily get videos out on time if I do them week by week. We're trying to do 4 days per video of solid prep at the minute, and sort of slightly overlap the flags when I can, so that I can get them done a bit quicker. Anyway, axolotls. This is the Loretta's Loops pattern. I'm still doing it in Yarn Smith Chenille Chunky because they turn out like fairly small compared to how they turn out in blanket yarn. I've seen people in blanket yarn where they're like this big, but I'm quite happy with this size because they're a really quick pattern. They take me just under an hour, and I'm not the fastest crocheter ever. And I can sell them for probably put 8 to 10 on these. So we have one that is fully in the flag colours. Again, this is Candy Floss Baby Pink, White, Carrot, and no, Tangerine and Carrot, other way around. I did white for the flappy bit so that it wasn't like too much, because I was going to do like white and pink for the top and then white and orange at the bottom, and then I was like, no, I'll just do them white. I think it'll be too much if I do them multiple colours. But yeah, so that was that one. And then to make things a bit more subtle for anyone who can't have outwardly pridey things at home for any reason, I did a pink one with white and orange, so it's just meant to be the essence of the flag rather than the actual flag. And then the same with doing orange with white and pink. This is Candy Floss and Tangerine, and then this one is Baby Pink and Tangerine for the colours. And they take 23-24 grams ish of yarn each, so that's about 75p worth of yarn, plus obviously materials adds, the rest of the materials adds another 25ish pence, so about £1 of materials. So this one was 8 grams of, have I got the right one? I do. 8 grams of white, 2 grams tangerine, 3 grams carrot, 4 grams baby pink, and 3 grams of candy floss. This one was 1 gram of white, 2 grams of tangerine, and 20 grams of baby pink. And then this one is 1 gram of white, 2 grams candy floss, and 21 grams of tangerine. So there, nice and done. And that was Wednesday. So then also on Wednesday, I ended up just with a load of extra time in the evening. So what I did was I started on, oh, I've grabbed the wrong capybara out of my bag. I'll go grab the right one in a second. I started all my prep for my capybaras for each flag, so I've made all of the flags now. This doesn't look like all the flags, that's because I made a couple of capybaras in full as well. But we have the pan flag is done. This is 1 gram white, 3 grams pink, 3 grams blue, and 3 grams yellow. So for 3 stripe flags, it's about 3 grams a stripe. Then we got any other 3 stripes? No, because the other one's the bi flag, which I'll talk about in a second because that's on a capy now. Then the gay men flag, we have 5 grams of white, 2 grams of mint, 3 grams of aqua, 2 grams of sky blue, and 5 grams of dark turquoise. I don't know why the dark turquoise took so many more grams. I don't know if it's just a denser ball than the rest of it, but there we are. And so part of that is in Parfait Chunky, and then part of it's in Yarn Smiths because I didn't have the right colours because I got the flag wrong when I ordered all of my projects, which has been a bit of an ordeal trying to sort that out and making sure I have the right colours. Luckily I did in my stash, but I don't know if I've got enough of those colours to do everything I want to do, so I may still need to order some. It's been a thing, right? It's been a thing, but it's fine, I'll sort it out. Then we did the non-binary flag. That's 3 grams of yellow, 2 grams of white, 5 grams of white, because I had to change halfway through this one because I ran out of Yarn Smiths white, so I knew I'd have just enough Yarn Smiths white to do the top. I used Parfait white for the stripe, so that was 5 grams of white in total, 4 grams of lilac and 3 grams of black. The ace flag is also combined parfait and yarn smith's white, so that's 5 grams of that, 4 grams lilac, 3 grams black, and 8 grams of silver. Again, that must have just been a denser ball, I don't know how that happened, but here we are. And then finally the arrow flag is all yarn smiths, so we didn't have to combine for that one. That was 5 grams of white, 2 grams celery, 5 grams apple green, and 2 grams of black. Again, some just are denser. I didn't include silver on that one. Maybe that's why I have 8 grams down for the ace. Maybe it was 4 grams of flag and I've just not split it. Well done me. Let's fix that quickly before I forget. There we go. So yeah, bunch of flags I made over the week. I'm going to pause you for a sec, swap the capy that I've grabbed out for the right capy that I made this week, and then I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I did knock the tripod when I got up, so if the camera angle's changed, I'm sorry. So yeah, the next thing I did after that was, so I spent a lot of Thursday just out and about because I have I'm on a new physio course for my fibromyalgia, where it's like 2 hours in the morning. We do an hour in the gym working directly with the physios to do exercise that helps with the specific things we struggle with our pain, and then we do an hour after that that's a class on pacing and managing symptoms. So it's quite a big chunk of the morning to not have, and then obviously travelling to and from it takes quite a while as well. So I didn't actually get anything done on Thursday, but I did start working on the 2 cappies that I needed to do for the week. So here are my next 2 cappies. We have the lesbian one and the bi one. Like I said, that's just the flags we're working through at the moment. So Thursday I did all of the dark brown bits, so I did all of the ears, all of the legs, and both of the noses for both cappies, but I didn't actually finish a pushy. So then on Friday I finished these 2 guys. So this was for the lesbian flag, 2 grams carrot, 2 grams tangerine, 2 grams baby pink, 4 grams candy floss, 4 grams of white, 15 grams of rust, and 56 grams of vanilla fudge to get this guy done. And then for the bi flag we have 1 gram of dark turquoise, 2 grams of white. No, that's the wrong one. What's going on? This says it has lilac in, it doesn't have lilac in. I've just doing all the flags at the same time and I was tired. I've messed it up a bit. It does have lilac in. I'm stupid. I'm tired today, can you tell? Yeah, anyway, let's get back to it. 1 gram dark turquoise, 2 grams white, 2 grams lilac, 3 grams candy floss, 15 grams of rust, and 56 grams of vanilla fudge. So I can get just about 2 cappies out of 1 ball if it's a ball that's got slightly too much yarn in it. If not, it's about 3 cappies to 2 balls of yarn, vaguely. But yeah, so 2 cappies were done between Wednesday and Friday. And that did put me slightly behind on my prep plan, but that's fine because I've caught back up again. We're all good, we're all back on track. So then on Saturday I did a bit of bulk prepping, a bit more bulk prepping. So we started by making this guy, well actually Friday, I forgot I did it a different way around. So Friday I'd finished these guys pretty quick, so I started on doing some prep for the hoodie bears. So I made the lesbian hood and arms, and then started on the bi one, but I got too tired, so Saturday morning I made the bi hood and arms, then finished the lesbian one. So this guy took 9 grams carrot, 8 grams tangerine, 10 grams of white, and I'm fully onto the parfait white now because I don't have any yarn smiths left, so I need to do another order for some bits that I just didn't order enough of. Then 8 grams of baby pink, 13 grams of candy floss, and 46 grams of rust. So again, I can just about get 2 of these out of 1 ball of rust. So I think I can do, yeah, I can do 2 hoodie bears and a capybara out of 1 ball of rust if it's a slightly bigger ball, which most of the balls of rust I've got at the minute have been like 106 grams, like specifically, which is quite odd. But that gives me just enough to get the capy stuff out of the same ball as the 2 hoodie bears, which is quite nice. So yeah, finished that guy Saturday. And then also on Saturday, I started working on something else, but I'm not going to show him yet because he's a gift. So I need to give a warning for that person to not watch. But for now, I'm going to finish everything else I made for the week, and then I will show you him very, very much last. But yeah, so that was Saturday. Sunday, then I decided to take a detour into making a lesbian turtle. So this was the Crochet Customs pattern. It's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to work out, but that's fine. I still think it's cute. This is Banat Peachy and Elise Voluto with a 6mm hook and 18mm eyes. I could have done 20, but I had this really cute light pink in the 18 that I don't have in the 20, and I thought that complemented the light pink on the Banat really well, so I used them. And yeah, so that guy was made on Sunday while I kept working on the big thing that I'm going to show you in a sec. And I think that is everything I did. I've started working on the rest of the Buy Hoodie Bear today, so that will be in next week's video. But just know that I made part of it this week. And then the other thing that I made yesterday, because I finished the big thing that I was working on, was 2 more of my tiny ducks to hand out at festivals and shows and things. So that is everything. If you are my sister, stop watching now, because you will see this thing that I'm about to show when I see you. It is your birthday present. I would like it to be a surprise. Eyes away, please. Thank you for watching this far if you are watching. If you're not my sister, you can keep watching, it's fine. I'm so happy with this guy, right? This is your final warning if you are watching. Turn away. Here he is. This is the capy creations, capy crochet creation, something like that. Fury Dragon, not copyrighted, Fury Dragon. So he has the cute little tail. It's hard to show him because I'm wearing black and he's black. He's got such an adorable little face shape. I love the way the face is shaped. These are 30mm eyes. I could have gone up to 35, but I didn't have any, and these were a bastard to get in. If anyone's used the Macunia 30mm eyes on Snug and Spud blanket yarn, that's hard, that's difficult. The yarn is too thick for the eyes, but we managed to do it eventually. Took a lot of finagling, but we got them on. I think it took me and my partner about an hour just to do the eyes, but here we are. And yeah, so this is it is an advanced pattern. It says in the pattern it's advanced. So what you do is you make, always limbs a little twisted. So you make the head, then you make all of the flappy bits separately, then you make all 4 legs, right? Then you have to crochet the belly piece and then connect the legs in after you've made the belly piece and then make the body. The tail is also crocheted in. So to be fair, for how high sew this pattern could be, it's actually pretty low sew, but you do have to sew both of the tail fins on, you do have to sew the wings on, you do have to individually sew each flappy bit into the head, and then you have to sew the head to the body. So it's quite high sew. But it's huge, it's massive, it's gorgeous. I'm so sad that the camera's not giving it like any depth, but it is adorable. I'm so happy with it. I love it so much. Sorry, tired. But yeah, this was the final thing that I made this week. So I started it on Saturday because I knew it would be a longer make, so I did a little bit of Pride Market prep and then worked on this guy, and then again on Sunday a little bit of Pride Market prep, worked on this guy. And then he's just gorgeous. I love him. So he took, oh, I forgot to say how much the sea turtle took. I'll get back to that in a second. He took 344 grams of black. So luckily I bought a second ball of black because he took just over a ball. And then 15 grams of the red for the tail. My partner wants one, so I need to order yet another ball of the yarn. It's fine. This was so thick and stiff. Compared to every other ball of Snuggers book I've worked with, this was so stiff and difficult to work with. I mean, it didn't help that, like, for the tail especially, this is quite a thin tube, so you're going in a spiral of like 6 to 8 stitches for most of it. That can get quite difficult when you're working with a stiff yarn, but even just for like getting the bubbles done in the toes and the way the head was shaped, some of the stitches were quite difficult to do. But yeah, I love him. I'm so happy with him. But he was a beast to finish. And then let's sit him back over there for now. Is he gonna sit? No, he's not. Let's sit him here. That's fine. Yeah, the turtle took 58 grams of Elise Voluta and 25 grams of Bernat, so that was 83 grams in total. That was a pretty quick make. But yeah, that is everything I've done this week. I am gonna go continue my Pride Market prep. I'm also gonna bump the audio up on this and upload it real quick because I'm recording this at 11, so I need to go up in like 2 hours because I was late shit. The video needs to go up today and I've not even filmed it yet. Whoops. But yeah, so this Friday will be my Making Everything Rainbow video, so look out for that. I also need to get the Making Everything Lesbian video finished and edited ready for next Friday. Same with the Bi video, so that I've got a couple of weeks of buffer. But apart from that, we're good. We're okay. We've got this. And yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, drop it a like if you'd like to see more of this, and if you'd also like to follow along with my Making Everything Pride series, drop me a subscription. It is free for you to subscribe, by the way, on YouTube. I know that some people get freaked out by that when they see the word subscribe because they associate that with money. It's free, it's fine. Drop me a hype if you have the hype option. If you would like to get this Pride capybara pattern, he will be free on Instagram on June 16th if you follow the Pride Crochet Along account that I'm going to post in the description before the 30th of May. No, the 31st of May. Before the 31st of May you need to follow that account, and then you'll be able to get this pattern for free on the 16th of June. If you cannot participate in the crochet along for any reason, or if you don't have Instagram, don't use Instagram, that is completely fine. He will be up on my Ko-fi store on the 1st of July, ready for making. Might not be the first actually. I need to check when the last pattern goes up on the crochet along. It might be about the 5th of July that he ends up actually getting released, but I'll announce it on this channel when he is actually released and link to him in the description. What else do I have to say? If you'd like any more of these other plushies, these ones specifically might not be up on my Ko-fi for a little bit because I want to give them the chance to actually sell at my Pride markets first, but I'll be doing a Pride drop in late May, early June time. And I think that's everything I have to say. Like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what your favourite thing is. If you want to, drop a dragon emoji. Drop a dragon emoji. If you've got this far, that's today's secret emoji. Thank you again for watching and have a nice day.